Hello everyone, my name is Brian Hubbard and I'm doing an interview for my educational leadership class. Um, our interview will consist of 5 questions. I will read the question and then I will read you the answers that I think best suits the question. First question tonight says, what talents, skills, and abilities do you possess that you believe are important to be an effective administrator? I think first and foremost, I believe that an educator or an administrator should be a positive, encouraging influence that is mainly a great communicator. Along with these skills, I also think a great leader should possess the ability to multitask, break down analysis, provide a clear vision and direction of where your staff and your school would want to ensue, and to be a successful leader. I think you must lead by example, not be afraid to take risk, and with all those qualities and abilities, I do think I possess those. My ability to be organized and confident, honest, creative, approachable, and committed will allow me to proceed with the plans that I'll set forth and provide me with the adaptability to be able to change. For our second question, it says, how do you see yourself as a dispositional fit for your school or system leadership? Give a rational example for your answer. Well, just to give a little background, I've kind of grown up in the community that I teach in. I've lived here pretty much all my life, so I kind of see myself not only as a dispositional fit for my school, but as a perfect fit for my school leadership. I mean, as I mentioned before, I've grew up here and I've taught here, so my qualities and my grounding of the community gives me the experience and molds me into the educator and leader that I am today. And it's one that I feel that our community and our school needs. I want our students not only to be great students, but I also want to provide them with a safe and creative learning environment. With my leadership skills, I believe that this outcome is reachable. I want them not only to be students that can go on and be successful, college and career ready, but they need to be community leaders and community role models. For our third question tonight, what is your vision of a school for 21st century learners? As we all know, education is an ever revolving door. And when it comes to 21st century learners, my vision for our students include multiple aspects. I think our students have to master the ability to be creative thinkers. Organizational skills have to be top-notch. Their problem-solving skills, they have to have self-direction, self-responsibility, and become technologically fluent. But as educators, we have a job because for our students to be able to master these skills, we must move beyond basic competency. That way we can promote understanding at a higher level. If we want our students to become today's learners and tomorrow's leaders, which is what we all should want, we must challenge ourselves as teachers to become more rigorous and more diverse as educators. Question number 4. Discuss the role of the educational administrator as a school system manager and instructional leader. This is one of my longer thought up answers, and I think that there's 4 qualities that as a leader you must possess. I think the first one is a principal must make effective use of the resources. It isn't sufficient enough for a principal to know the weaknesses and strengths of their staff, but they also have to be prepared to provide the resources that allows their staff to be successful, and also they need to recognize clearly the successes of their staff and acknowledge them on their good performance. As mentioned before, I think you also got to be a great communicator. You have to have people skills and to be a successful principal, and the ability to communicate my belief or your belief to their beliefs, and with the conviction that every student has the ability to learn. And these beliefs will inspire and spark and empower your students and your teachers to become masters of the subject that they're trying to learn. And as we all know, test scores are very important. As a principal, that's kind of what you're graded on. So with that being said, I think the principal must serve as a instructional resource. Teachers rely on principals and administrators to be sources of information. These resources that you are include, keeping teachers up to date with the current trends in education and being a leader in their effective instructional practices. I think you have to be, as a principal, tuned into all the curriculum that's going on in your school, that's being taught in your school, and to kind of be able to assess the effective teaching strategies and assessments. And lastly, the fourth quality, I think you got to be visible and accessible as a principal. People see you as the leader, so you have to be there. You have to be present in your school. They're modeling your behavior, so your behavior has to be positive and influencing, like we had mentioned earlier. You have to be focused on learning objectives and then lead them by example. I think that, taking these four aspects, if those are something that a principal has and is a positive role model, then your school will be successful. And question number 5. In your planned program, what should be a critical need that you would have in order to prepare you in becoming a successful administrator? I found this question to be a little bit easier because I have a focus that I would like to implement in our school, and that focus of my plan program, I would like to present a communication plan for our school. I'm a firm believer that the better communicator you are, whether inside or outside the classroom, the better leader you're going to be. And our school is currently lacking a communication plan, so therefore we're missing out on all that collaboration with the community to ensure that each and every student that we have is receiving the best quality and possible education. My goal for the communication plan is to create a safe and nurturing learning environment involving the community. We want to bring the community into the school, let them know what's going on with us and our students, and in this case we can maximize every student's learning, and that's our goal as an educational leader. I hope you've enjoyed the interview.